Hi, I'm Scott. I'm part of the Tacoma Barn Kids. Thank you for taking part in guiding and supporting our Tacoma Barn Kids. God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit will support you and help guide you to make a safe and fun environment for the Tacoma Barn Kids to flourish. This video is to show you what is needed for leaders and helpers to know for a successful Sunday or Tacoma Barn Kids event. These are the main guidelines that will help you. The Sunday service begins at 3 p.m. and the Big Kids check-in begins at 2:30 and goes until 3 p.m. The Tacoma Barn Big Kids class starts after worship. The checkout is from between 4:45 until the end of service. Let's begin with the absolutes. Background checks for all volunteers will be completed. Watching training videos, one-on-one training which is essential, learning the principles from Loving Your Kids on Purpose from Danny Silk, also the skills and techniques from the teachings of Love and Logic, brave communication. These skills are paradigm shifts, strengthen us, and are required practice as a leader and helper for the Tacoma Barn Kids. We believe brave communication materials lead to stronger and healthier relationships. Only approved leaders and helpers are allowed into spaces designated for the Tacoma Barn Kids or any space being used under the Tacoma Barn Ministries. A good rule of thumb is only a badge leader or helper is allowed into the spaces. Spouses are not allowed to work together. You must not be alone with a child at any time. You must always be with two or more children if you're alone or by yourself as a leader or helper for safety to protect you and for them. Bathrooms. The Big Kids leader will assign a helper to accompany a minimum of 2 barn kids to the bathroom. The helper will go in first and make sure it's all clear. Then the 2 barn kids will be allowed to go in and to use the facilities. Once complete, the 2 barn kids will exit and return to the helper outside of the bathrooms, and then they will all return to the barn kids classroom. This covers all parties. Please review these absolutes at least every 6 months. These are set in place to provide the safest place for our barn kids. There will be a form to sign acknowledging you've read and understand these absolutes. Now let's talk about foundations. The foundations of the Tacoma Barn are healing, prophecy, soaking, treasure hunts, which is finding the gold in everyone, prayer, and relationship. These are the foundational tools and belief of the Tacoma Barn. Leader is someone in the position of leading the flow of class and the lesson. A leader is the point of contact for the parents. A leader is an example of honor and is to be loving and forgiving. Leaders are responsible to go over and check out the lesson that was provided by the Tacoma Barn curriculum. There will be a class schedule, a flow diagram for support. A helper is in the position to help and support the leader. You are a positive force for the kids to see. You are an example to all as a God-loving person helping lift our kids up. Assist with the restroom policies. You are part of the Tacoma Barn and your testimonies are powerful. You will be the spark that can shape the Tacoma Barn Kids. The next step will be the one-on-one training. I thank you for pouring into our kids, for pouring into yourself, for helping our kids be loved, valued, and to be known by Jesus at an age that will strengthen them as they grow in their journey through life. I thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts here at the Tacoma Barn. Awesomeness.